This special edition of Backyard Wrenchheads TV is brought to you by Discount Tire, America's largest independent tire dealer since 1960. And by Eaton Detroit Spring, made in the USA in Detroit. And by MSD Ignition, the fire to drive. For many of the show's participants, the pinnacle of this Detroit Autorama weekend is the presentation of the coveted Ridler Award. The Ridler is the most prestigious and sought-after hot rod building trophy. Winning it is the automotive equivalent of winning the Oscar for Best Picture. In order to compete for this award, this must be the first public showing of the car. Eligible cars are meticulously judged for their creativity, engineering, and workmanship, and then ultimately narrowed down to 8 finalists. Each of these 8 owners received the highly respected Grade 8 award. Let's take a closer look at these incredible vehicles, of which only one will be crowned the 2011 Ridler winner.
The car is a 1962 Corvette. What we were trying to do is keep the integrity of a 1962 car, but put it in today's terms so it has modern engineering technology. It's an LS7 427, 520 horsepower. It's got an automatic transmission and a C4 Corvette suspension system. Winning the Grade 8 award is the ultimate for a car builder and an owner. To be in this category is, I can't explain it any better than that. It's the ultimate. The judging procedure, I'm sure, is very, very fair, but it's nerve-wracking for the owner and the car builder. They have their pads out and they're going through the car and telling each other which notes to write down. We think that we're the only ones that know where the flaws are in this car, and I guarantee you these guys are professionals and they go right to them. They pick them out in no time.
It's a 57 Chevy 210 2-door sedan. On the outside, it's pretty much left stock. We did some modifying and smoothing things. We shaved the emblems off the hood, shaved the 3 fender louvers, shaved door handles, shaved wipers, trunk lid. It's a GM Performance Ramjet 502. It was a weekend project. It took 5 years, and I never thought that we'd ever get to this level. We came to the show just to show the car and just to see what would happen. And when I actually realized that it was going to be a Grade 8, it was an amazing feeling. To be 28 and to be in the Grade 8 is really humbling. Because I do know that a lot of these guys have built cars for a lot of years and spent a ton of money and a lot of effort. And I know it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And to come out the first time and get in the Grade 8 is awesome. Built this car in my dad's backyard garage. It's probably about 35 by 50, maybe 40 by 50 garage. You know, it got an air compressor and basic tools and stuff like that. It feels real good to be sitting next to these cars that have a lot of money and time and effort and just teams of people, professional people building them. And for me to have my car sitting right next to them, just to have it in here, not even to be in the Grade 8, just to have it in the show is an honor.
To get the Grade 8 award was incredible. You know, we've been here 3 or 4 times before, never had a car quality enough really to get there. The crowd reaction is just over the top. People are just crazy about the car. And, you know, and when you get great builders and our peers coming up looking at it. That's what's really important. Not just, I mean, it's wonderful that people enjoy it, but what you're really wanting is that accolade of your peers, guys that do it for a living. The car's a 56 Ford Convertible. It has about a 67, 68 Ford single overhead cam, 427 cubic inch. This engine pulls about 580 horse with this intake and manifold on it. The intake manifold is a custom single one-off cast aluminum manifold. It has dual, very rare Autolite inline racing carburetors. Has a Tremac 5-speed transmission, a Tiger quick change rear end, all air ride suspension. Top has been chopped. The front fenders have been drooped and re-peaked. If Sunday night we happen to win this thing, it would be absolutely unbelievable. It would be so great for everybody involved. But, you know, the people that really did the work and deserve the credit are the guys that built the car, not me.
This car's a 1951 Chevrolet Business Coupe. We actually call this car the General Motors Business Edition. We kind of wanted to keep more of a nostalgic theme with the car, but extremely elegant and classy. You can see my heart and soul in this car and every little tiny detail of the car. I've had this car since I was 12 years old, and always in the back of my head I thought about building this car to a high level. And then just one day I thought about, what if I brought it to Detroit and compete for the Ridler Award? Really, my dad got me started into the hobby. I mean, he really triggered me and helped me actually buy this car behind me to give me a project to get started on and to learn. Where most kids were out, you know, playing video games and playing ball, I was in my dad's garage hammering on this car and trying to create and do body work and paint. And really, even though I didn't really know what I was doing, I kept practicing and trying new things. My passion turned into my job. My business is Samson Design in Marshall, Missouri. By trade, I'm a painter, I'm a fabricator, I'm a body guy. I build trim, I work on the engines, I machine, I file all the little artsy pieces like you see in the door latches. I color sand and rub the car. I actually designed about 99% of this car myself, just because I knew in my head the theme I was after. And I feel like with a car of this level, that consistency has to stay through every part of the car. It can't stop with just the interior, the engine, or the bottom side. Everything has to be to a T. Sunday, if they called my name for the Ridler Award, I'd say probably the first thing that would come to me is how thankful I would be to all the people that helped me make this happen. The more we work together as a team, the more friendships we build, and it just seems like the more passionate we get about our cars and every project that we do.
The 2011 Ridler winner.
So without further ado, the winner of the 2011 Detroit Autorama Ridler Award. It's focused on creativity, engineering, workmanship, and craftsmanship, incredible attention to detail throughout the vehicle. It's a guy who combined the best elements of a single overhead cam with a Sunliner convertible. Yes. For the Sun camera, Mr. Bruce Riddick, spot 1600. Hold on. Let's give him a hand. Big hand. That's right.
You know, it's just breathtaking. You know, you spend all the hours and effort and time and emotion in it that when they call your name, I was just awestruck. Oh, all these guys worked their hearts out for this car. Everybody has done an awesome job. Everybody stepped up to the quality of the rest of everybody else's work. It was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. these guys were sleeping in 2 and 3 hour little bursts, or sometimes less than that. Yeah, well, we are going to drive this car after all the shows. That's part of the build process. This car was built to drive. That's why it has that big bad motor in it, and the big brakes and all of that. It's built to be a driver car. I'm Bruce Ricks, and I'm the 2011 Ridler winner, and I'm a backyard wrench head.
This special edition of Backyard Wrenchheads TV was brought to you by Discount Tire, America's largest independent tire dealer since 1960, and by Eaton Detroit Spring, made in the USA in Detroit, and by MSD Ignition, the fire to drive.